On the next Marblehead Manor,
I love this place.
Mr. Stonehill's mother is putting the manor on the market.
If the Wicked Witch of the West wants to sell our house to the Wizard of Oz, let her. We'll move to Kansas.
And only the staff can stop the sale.
We've got to think of something.
They're stirring up a few ghosts.
Ghosts?
Yeah,
Ghosts?
But can they scare off a new owner?
No.
Yes.
On the next Marblehead Manor.
Sunday at 10:30 on KAYU. You're watching KAYU.
Just how orange does a Diet Minute Maid orange taste? Tourist. Diet Minute Maid orange with 100% Nutri-Sweet. The orange.
If you just wash with soap and water, you're missing a whole other level of clean. Cooling, tingling sea breeze clean. Clean so deep, you feel it. Sea breeze removes oil, dirt, and makeup that soap leaves behind. And when your skin is this clean, you won't be the only one to feel it. Sea breeze. No other clean feels quite like this.
Now there's an Oscar Mayer hot dog that keeps going and going all the way to the end of the bun. Oscar Mayer bun-length hot dogs, roasted for a juicy taste that fits the bun bite for bite. Right, Joey?
Who has more big, beautiful almonds than any other popular chocolate bar? Mars Bar.
More of the best things in life.
Mars Bar. More of the best things in life.
It's the right beer. Say it out loud. From the fans in the stands and TV crowd. It's the Tin Man making a big sound. In the silver bull, it won't slow you down. So come on in the Coors Light. It's the right beer now. To the good life, yeah. The good life, yeah. So come on in the Coors Light. It's the right beer now.
Captain's logs.
If you could ask for a truck that goes wherever you want to go and you've got the performance answer, Toyota 4x4. Ask for rugged good looks and style and get the bragging rights that go with them. Don't compromise. Don't settle for less than Toyota quality. Now who's looking out for number one?
Toyota.
Who could ask for anything more?
There's something you can do with Cheerios you can't do with most cereals. Pour a full bowl and get almost no sugar. With Frosted Flakes, you get 10 times more sugar than Cheerios. And Raisin Bran, 8. Even Rice Krispies and Corn Flakes have more sugar. But you know what we like most about Cheerios? There's not a sinker in the bowl.
The unsinkable taste of Cheerios.
We're here at the National Space Satellite Dish, where for 3 days in a row, scientists have received messages from deep space. And now, as the hour of 12 approaches, we listen for these strange sounds.
It's no mystery where great refreshment comes from. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Albertsons and Pepsi will give away 2 trips for 4 to London with tickets to Michael Jackson's private concert. See the Pepsi display at Albertsons. Enter today.
Paul Stephen Mack, accused of using Percodan to drug and kill Sacramento beauty queen Karen Winslet. Pursued by America's Most Wanted. Caught 2 days later in Utah, where he'd recently married his 8th wife. Donald Adams, convicted of the brutal rape and robbery of a Massachusetts woman. Freed from prison by a clerical error. Viewer tips led to his capture. America's Most Wanted, following Jump Street Sunday on Fox.
The contenders. The fried Big Mac.
The flame-broiled Burger King Whopper. The judges. The winner. The Whopper. The reason? Taste. In fact, 3 out of 4 people prefer the taste of the flame-broiled Whopper to the fried Big Mac.
We do it like you do it when we do it like we do it at Burger King.
Almonds. Want to know who gives you more of them? Mars Bar.
More of the best things in life.
More big, beautiful almonds than any other popular chocolate bar.
More of the best things in life.
Rich chocolate, buttery caramel, and more almonds. Mars Bar. More of the best things in life.
I love tortilla chips, but they can be a little heavy.
But now there's new Suncheros. Suncheros light and crispy because they're made by pequeños Keebleros.
The Keebler Elves introduced Suncheros, authentic stone-ground corn tortilla chips, made extra thin, light, and crispy. Original, nacho, salsa.
Suncheros. Suncheros light and crispy because they're made by pequeños Keebleros.
Reach for a peach of a cooler. Reach for
Hello,
a peach
Ed and the Stonecutters have finally come up with a jingle for our new Bartyles Jaymes Premium Peach Cooler.
All natural peach taste is our proud claim.
Ed not only thought up the words to this, but the music too. He says he was at the ball game when it just came to him.
Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, walk to the store for Bartyles and Jaymes Peach.
Thanks for your support.
Hershey's, one of the all-time greats.
Cool days always remind me of my mother's cinnamon bread. Maybe that's why I like the creamy cinnamon taste of Cafe Vienna so much. Or maybe I like it just because I like it. General Foods International Coffees.
Fresh homemade tarts. Cool Whip.
I want my Cool Whip. There isn't a fresh homemade strawberry tart that doesn't hunger for the fresh homemade taste of Cool Whip. Cool Whip. One fresh homemade taste deserves another.
The only place for me is up here feeling free. This must be Mother Nature's favorite place. The things that I love best are in the big Northwest. Even cities have a friendly face. Some men work the seas, some men work the trees, some folk build the ships that sail the skies. When the job is done, all the parties just begun. The one thing we don't do is compromise. The only beer to drink round here is Rainier. The only beer, the only beer to drink round here is Rainier. The only beer to drink round here.
The game Monopoly is back at McDonald's, bigger and better than ever.
This year, there's more prizes than ever.
McDLT.
Coca-Cola. Congratulations.
Hey, collect the right game pieces
And win $2 million. Woo-hoo! There's over $50 million in prizes, including hundreds of Walt Disney World vacations on Delta Airlines. Play Monopoly at McDonald's.
It's not just big,
It's huge.
What do I do to make my husband smile? I tickle his ribs. Lawry seasoned salt. It's the perfect touch, because it's the original.
Hey, Professor, I thought only students fell asleep in your class.
Just trying to get these finals graded.
You ought to revive with Vivarin.
Oh, Vivarin helps wake you up.
Government-appointed experts confirm Vivarin is effective.
Revive with Vivarin.
You want to know what Think Big means? Well, I think it means big savings. Listen, I used to run all over town hunting for low prices. Now with Albertsons, I save on everything I buy.
Like Bluebonnet Cube Margarine, one 16-ounce package only 38 cents. Bumblebee 6.5-ounce chunk tuna just 68 cents. Armor Grade A Tom turkeys only 49 cents a pound, and Farm Pack head lettuce just 39 cents a head.
I don't have to chase low prices all over town. Not with Albertsons. That's thinking big.
Albertsons. We think like you do.
Patient, a typical used car buyer. Symptoms, acute fear of the unknown. Treatment, rush him to his Hyundai dealer during Come to Your Senses days. Revive him with a reliable new Excel that actually costs less than the average used car. Excel start at just $53.95. Prognosis, with values this good, there's never been a better time to buy a car that makes sense.
Hurry into McCollum Hyundai in the Spokane Valley. Come to Your Senses days and May 2nd.
Who has more big, beautiful almonds than any other popular chocolate bar? Mars Bar.
More of the best things in life.
Mars Bar. More of the best things in life.
Chicken and herb sauce. Want to know how to make it? Just take your chicken and add Custom Cuisine. Crisp bird's eye vegetables smothered in delectable sauces. It adds up to a terrific meal. Bird's Eye Custom Cuisine.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath long about a Saturday night. Gloved up, got a clog in my tub, so I jumped out and fixed it up right. Just poured in liquid Drano, soon the clog was all gone. If they call it liquid Drano, baby, no, it's real strong. Yipe sights and it won't hurt your pipe. Metal pipes or plastic, liquid Drano's just fantastic. Now I'm splishing and a splashing.
Liquid Drano, the liquid strong enough to be called Drano.
This is as close as most stores ever get to a citrus grove. They pick out their produce
Conglomerated fruit.
sight unseen. But Safeway buyers actually go out to the groves so they can see it and touch it and taste it. Now, you wouldn't buy produce over the phone, would you? Neither would we. Because at Safeway, this is what we call an honest deal.
I work an honest day, and I want an honest deal.
Good morning. It's 6:20 at KDRK FM 94.
Oh, there's a nursery rhyme. It's a favorite of mine. About a little girl and some sheep that she could not.
All I ever need.
The country's best music 24 hours a day on KDRK FM 94.
Next time on an all-new episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Two to beam directly up to sickbay.
A mission to save a dying scientist uncovers a deadly time experiment.
Captain, it must be stopped.
And reunites the captain with his first love.
We need your help. The situation is not good.
Now, they must save the galaxy from this crippling time distortion.
Only one of us is in the correct time continuum.
On the next all-new episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
To what's shaking on the next She's the Sheriff.
I'm all ears. No, Max, you're all forehead and nose.
The commissioner sending Hildy on special assignment.
I'm going undercover as a hooker.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid you were dating a senator.
But when she lays down the law, will Max muscle in on her bust?
You're under arrest.
The laughs are hot and heavy with Suzanne Summers on the next She's the Sheriff.
Sunday evening at 6 on KAYU. You're watching KAYU.
Boys Will Be Boys are taking the night off, but they will return next week at their regularly scheduled time.
And now, a special Fox premiere.
Germany, 1943. The Nazis hide their radar command center inside.
America's winners are at your Chrysler Plymouth dealers now. Get our biggest cash back ever. $2,500 cash back on Chrysler New Yorker Turbo. $1,000 cash back on Chrysler Fifth Avenue. Or $750 cash back on Chrysler LeBaron Coupe and Convertible. Let your Chrysler Plymouth dealer make you one of America's winners.
See your local Northwest Chrysler Plymouth dealer today.
When you're behind the wheel, please be alert.
Next on Tour of Duty.
Why do they keep having us take this hill and then giving it back to the enemy?
I'm not going, Lieutenant. All right, now, Horn, don't blow it here. I just can't do this anymore.
Sometimes the simplest ideas are the best ones. Introducing the Elite 50LX from Honda, the scooter that comes with a trunk. It'll hold dinner for 4 and a small orchestra. It's the perfect place for your helmet and jacket. In fact, there's so much room, you can take Frankenstein, King Kong, and Godzilla for a ride. The Honda Elite 50LX, the scooter that comes with a trunk. The Noid's a wizard at making pizzas cold. But Domino's pizza stays hot and fresh because it's delivered so quick, even the Noid can't break the spell. Domino's pizza delivers hot and fresh.
The Thermogrip Hot Glue Gun for only $4.97. And the little Playmate Cooler for a cool $3.57 after rebate. The right stuff at the right price, right here. Hey, let me tell you, Ace is a place for me.
Here's to the winners, those who move mountains. Here's to the miracles they make us see.
Holiday Inn welcomes you, the people who know that winning at life is working hard at it and living it fully day after day.
Here's to the winners, all of us can be.
Holiday Inn salutes you. Here's to the winners. We're on your way.
To anchor a newscast here in the Inland Northwest, you have to understand the lifestyles and the people living here, appreciating the things that make the area unique. Covering the big issues is important to all of us, but it's how you see the smaller things that makes the difference. Being the news leader does not come from driving home the obvious. It means setting a new course. Not always the easiest. I think that commitment shows through in everything we do.
You hear the thunder, the call of the road. No time to wonder, you gotta go.
Aggressively styled and power to match. That's Grand Am.
Get on your Pontiac and ride.
And now with $400 back direct from Pontiac, you can really cash in on Grand Am excitement.
Get on your Pontiac. Rebuild excitement.
Mom and Dad here? Yeah, they are.
Welcome back to Kentucky Fried Chicken. A little bit of home in your hand. You're never too far, so come as you are. Kentucky Fried Chicken is home.
I ought to come home more often.
And now, a word from a man who refuses to take the Drixoral his pharmacist recommends for 12 hours of cold relief. Drixoral, the pharmacist's favorite.
It's harvest time in Matilda Bay. Time to gather the smooth refresher. Matilda Bay Original Fruit Cooler. A new special dry. Now you can pick and choose.
Tour of Duty will continue.
Next, this man's wife is missing, gone without a trace. His desperate search for the truth on West 57th. Next.
This is CBS.
From the land of sky blue waters, Hamm's the beer refreshing, Hamm's the beer refreshing, Hamm's.
You hear us say a lot about news leadership. That's a big responsibility. What it means is, each time you invite us into your home, you trust us to deliver the most accurate, objective, comprehensive information possible, period. It's an assignment we don't take lightly.
When you get an allergy attack, you'll try any advice. Any advice.
Try the desert.
But the best advice is what doctors have said millions of times. Take Dimetapp. Dimetapp in non-prescription formulas brings proven relief. So take the advice of doctors and pharmacists for allergies.
I see the desert worked.
And take Dimetapp, the best advice you can take.
What's happening this weekend? Join Tom MacArthur and Mary O'Connell at 11.
It's the same old line I fall for every time. Just as good, only cheaper. So, it's 5 minutes before the market closes. I'm on the phone, waiting for it to ring, watching my hair turn gray. Waiting. I can't get through.
Without AT&T, you're twice as likely to get a busy circuit.
One of these days, you'd think I'd learn.
AT&T's worldwide intelligent network. Because we know it's not just long distance. It's your business on the line. AT&T, the right choice.
Sir, what? Would you choose hamburger A Wendy's hamburger that's made fresh, or B, a pre-made hamburger that's been sitting around?
I'll take A.
Really?
No, B. I said B.
No, you didn't, sir. You said
Most people prefer fresh hamburgers like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
Winning's easy. Give 110%, expect 110%. From yourself, everyone, everything. Speed Stick deodorant gives 110%. That's its edge. Why? It has no alcohol, and alcohol evaporates. Speed Stick protection doesn't evaporate even after 24 hours. Glides on dry in just a few strokes. That's 110% protection.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick.
That's your edge.
Sometimes even Pat Riley's stomach can lose its cool. That's when he reaches for Rolaids. Nothing works better for acid indigestion. So Pat's free to let his emotions really show.
Not bad.
Relief. You know how to spell it.
Mom and Dad bought this table the year I was born. Look at it. Beautiful. And all Mom did was dust every week with Pledge. And now Endust says watch out for buildup? After 28 years? Come on. Pledge is self-cleaning for a fresh shine every time you dust. Compare that to Endust, which just evaporates, leaving wood looking as dry and defenseless as before. A Pledge shine protects and cares for wood.
Pledge, a fresh shine every time.
For 28 years and counting.
The Noid's a wizard at making pizzas cold. But Domino's pizza stays hot and fresh because it's delivered so quick, even the Noid can't break the spell. Domino's pizza delivers hot and fresh.
If you have an allergy and take Sudafed, there's something you should know. Contact 12-hour caplets stop the sneezing and itchy eyes that Sudafed can't.
Gesundheit.
Until there's a cure, there's Contact.
Thanks again, boys, and keep the change. You hear all this nonsense about Kellogg's Frosted Flakes being just for kids. Well, I, for one, eat them, and I'm going to go right on eating them. Frosted Flakes just for kids, come on. Like we adults have to go sneaking around, like we can't love these crisp, sweet flakes just as much as kids. Who is it?
You just have to admit it. Frosted Flakes had the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
The Knicks battle the Celtics. The playoffs continue on CBS Sports.
We will rock you.
Next on Tour of Duty.
Come on, move it. All right, in case you haven't figured out yet, I'm looking for winners. Survivors, because that's what I am. I'm a survivor. Oh, where's your salute, Sergeant?
Next on West 57th, his wife is missing, gone without a trace. His desperate search for the truth behind her disappearance. Next on West 57th. The NBA playoffs continue tomorrow on CBS Sports with doubleheader action. Starting at 1 Eastern as the Knicks battle the Celtics. Then the Cavaliers take on the Bulls.
It's his last and greatest case of all, when Magnum becomes his own client and attempts to solve his mysterious past. You know what happened before, but you can't imagine what happens now.
Higgins, admit it. You're Robin. You are Robin Masters.
The 2-hour movie that wraps it all up. Sunday, Magnum, the final story.
I'm out $800,000 here. He's the only one besides me who's got the combination.
I wouldn't be that crazy.
I want that money.
I think he's trying to kill me.
Where is she?
I was doing business.
Shotgun blast to the head.
Your business.
Who killed Meredith?
She was more than just a friend.
The Equalizer, Wednesday.
It's an outrageous hour of fun and laughs. At 8, 7 Central and Mountain. The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Then it's Justice at Large. At 9, 8 Central and Mountain. With Jake and the Fat Man. And even out the odds. At 10, 9 Central and Mountain. With The Equalizer. Wednesdays prime time on CBS.
CBS Sports Break, sponsored by Bud Light.
Good evening. In the NBA playoffs today, the battle of the Lone Star State is now tied at 1 game apiece. Houston's Akeem Olajuwon poured in 41 points and grabbed 26 rebounds as the Rockets pulled away from the Dallas Mavericks down the stretch. And I'll have more after this.
Do you know why Spence McKenzie has so much fun at parties? Because he's always in control. Spence knows it's cool to live by one simple rule. Know when to say when.
A reminder from Anheuser-Busch.
With 1 week to go before the Kentucky Derby, Jim's Orbit at the top closest to the rail won a photo finish in the Derby trial at Churchill Downs. King Post was second, Lover's Trust third. In baseball, Oakland's Jose Canseco smacked this third-inning 3-run homer, his 8th of the year. That propelled the A's past Cleveland in a battle of the American League division leaders. For CBS Sports Break, I'm James Brown.
This is CBS.
You can catch us any day down at the marketplace with the Northwest finest seafood on display. We might be kind of loud when we're jostling with the crowd, but they wouldn't have it any other way. Hey, hey, hey! People that we meet, the people on the street, make us mighty glad we work up here. And when closing comes around, I'll slam that shutter down, and I'm about to do the same thing with the beer. The only beer to drink round here is Rainier. The only beer to drink round here is Rainier. Only beer to drink round here.
Rain or shine, keep it here on Crum 2 for your Bloomsday forecast.
West 57, could you wait a minute, please?
What do you do when you call home and somebody tells you your wife's missing? She's been taken. She's been abducted. No clues, no clothes, no body.